Hello students, good morning. So today in accountancy again we are going to continue by giving revision for the golden rules of double entry. Then what are the three classification of the accounts? So first one, there are three classification of accounts: personal, real, nominal. Then how come the golden rules will apply? See, if it's a personal means debit the receiver and credit the giver. Then real account, debit what comes in and credit what goes out. Then nominal, debit all expenses and losses and credit all incomes and gain. So that's what we have come across in the last class. Now slowly we are going to start our illustration sum. So this illustration is mainly based on this classification. So I will read the item, then I will explain how it will come across by personal, real and nominal. Okay, students. Now first one, illustration 5, page number 40. First one, capital. See, A started business with rupees 5 lakh. So A means it denotes the name of the person. So which account it is? It's a personal account. Then second one, building. So building means it is our property. It is one among the fixed asset. So it can be visible. It has a value also. So it's a real account. The next, carriage inwards. Carriage means, so when we shift the goods from one place to another place, so by we are using some purpose of transport. So in order to spend that money is called as carriage inwards. So anyway, it is an expenses, so it goes to nominal account. Then cash, we can able to see the denominations, so it's a real account. Then commission received. So by the way of completed any work as a part, we have received some income. So that is called as commission received. So again, it's a nominal account. Then bank, it may be A's bank account, so personal account. The next, purchases. Purchases means goods. So as per the Chartered Accountants Acts of India, purchases means they are saying that it's a nominal account, because anyway cash goes out and we can able to see the goods, but actually purchases means we can able to see or to use the goods, so it may come across like a real account also, but here as per whatever they are given, so it can be treated as a nominal account. The next one is Chandru, it indicates the name of the person, a personal account. The last one is outstanding wages. So X wages is pending. So that is called as outstanding wages. So again X indicates the name of the person. Wages means it's normally a salary paid to our employees. But here X wages is pending. So it clearly indicates that personal account. Okay, students. Now next we are going slowly journal entry. See, the meaning of a journal. Journal is a French word which means jour. That means day. So what are the transactions daily we have spent that can be recorded in the journal? And it comprises the two aspects, normally the debit aspect as well as the credit aspect, and followed by a short description called narration. Okay, so narration will be using with the opening bracket and ending with the closing bracket. Then what are the format of journal? Just see the date. For example, today's date 17/8/2020. Then in the particulars only we will be writing. For example, purchase account debtor to cash account. Then LF, this is means ledger folio. So how we are having the page number in the notebook. So same way the ledger also we will be having one company, five pages we will be allotting. For example, 1 to 5 for X company, 6 to 10 Y company, like that. So in the ledger folio, we will be mentioning that X company means 5, Y company means 6. Then debit 1 lakh. Same amount for credit. So this is the format for journal. Now again, what are the steps in the journal entry? First one is analyze the transaction and then classify personal, real or nominal. Then the same account, a debit account and the credit account, which account is to be debited and the credited. Then how to use the journal entry, that I will teach you slowly. Then what are the different types of the journal entries? Single entry, compound entry, opening entry, closing entry, rectifying entry, adjusting entry and transfer entry. Now first one I will explain, single entry. So single entry which can be suitable for only small scale business. One account is debited and the another account is credited. Compound entry when two or more transactions are involved in a day. In order to reduce our work, we can use this compound entry. Opening entry in order to find at the end of the accounting year. Then closing entry. So all direct expenses are transferred to the trading account and indirect expenses which can be transferred to the P&L account. So that time we will be closing entry by balance carry down or by closing stock. Then rectifying entries in order to eradicate the mistakes in the entry. Adjusting entry will be used in the final accounts. Transfer entry is transferred from one account to another account. Okay. So again, I am recollecting what and all we have discussed today. We have started with the meaning of classification of accounts, the golden rules of account. Then we completed illustration 5. By the time I think that you are thorough with the personal, real and nominal. Now slowly we are going to journal entries, the meaning of the journal entry and what are the steps involved in the journal entry. In the next class, we are going with the illustrations related for journal entry. Thank you, students.